loves, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to give you guys this fall kind of like warm tone, very earthy type of look using the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. You guys are going to get to see the application, of course, and my overall thoughts at the end of the video. So if you're interested, then please keep on watching. Here is the palette. It's the Gingerbread Extra Spicy. So let me just cover this up so I don't blind you with the mirror. But this palette is so stunning. Like, it is gorgeous. I'm gonna try to use as many colors or shades as I can, and I'm gonna start off with this kind of like cantaloupe shade. It's called Butterscotch, and I'm gonna grab my 224 from MAC real quick, and I'm just gonna apply that as my transition shade. Alrighty, so that shade was very pigmented, super easy to blend, and now I'm gonna go ahead and grab this one right here. If it'll focus. Focus. That one right there called In a Pinch. It's kind of like this corally, peachy shade. With that same 224, I'm just gonna apply that a little bit lower than the other shade. Alrighty, so that shade was gorgeous as well, and now I'm gonna grab this one right here, and that one is called Extra Spicy, and it's kind of like this burnt coral, kind of like a strawberry, peachy. I don't know, I'm horrible at describing shades, but I'm going to apply that more so on the outer corner of my eye using that same 224. Now I'm gonna deepen up the crease just a little bit, and I'm gonna use this shade right here. This one's called Cookie Call. It's kind of like this brown, like purpley shade, and I'm gonna use a MAC 221. It reminds me a lot of MAC's not brown script, Sketch. Looks like Sketch. Alright, so now let's go with the shimmer shade. I don't know what shade to use. I think I'm going to grab this one right here called Spicy Mommy. It's kind of like this, I don't know, coppery. So gorgeous. Like, that's stunning. Just gonna grab a MAC 224 dry. 242, sorry, dry. Just to see if, you know, it has good pigmentation or not. I'm just gonna pack this more towards the center of my lid, bringing it towards the outer corner because I want to apply something else in the inner corner. So more so in the center. I'm going to wet it just a little bit. Feel like it could perform better. Yes. Alright, so now for the inner corner of my eye, I'm gonna grab this shade, Candy Queen. It's gonna use that same 224 from MAC, but I'm gonna wet it because I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of fallout, so. Just gonna deepen up the crease a little bit more again with the same two shades. So Spicy Mommy, no, Extra Spicy and Cookie Call. So this one and this one, same 221 from MAC. Smudging that Cookie Call shadow on top of the pencil. And now I'm gonna grab some more cookie coal and I'm just going to pat this here to connect. Just gonna grab a 221 from MAC. Line that out real quick. Alrighty, you guys, so got the lashes on and I just wanted you guys to see I barely got fallout, a little bit with the shimmers but not a lot, so I'm really happy about them. I'm just gonna grab baby wipe real quick. I'm gonna start by prepping my skin with the MAC Fix Plus. I'm gonna use a little bit of the Henriksen Banana Face Primer. I haven't used this in a little while. So I have the Milk, the Hydro Grip Primer. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, I thought I loved it, but it started to ball up. You guys told me to use just a little bit, so I'm gonna try it again. That much, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of like press it in. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and color correct with the MAC Prep and Prime Highlighter in Peach Luster. My hyperpigmentation has been so bad lately because I've been using some products for preventing acne and stuff. So my skin is not the best right now. So I'm gonna grab my Fix Plus and this brush from Fenty 115. Just gonna staple that on. So for foundation, I'm going to use the ABH Luminous in the shade 360C, but I'm going to mix it with my MAC Face and Body in the shade C6. There's no reason why I'm mixing it. I just love to mix foundations, so yeah. Just going to mix this up. That's way too much, but it is what it is. Just going to grab a Real Technique sponge to apply this. Haven't been able to use brushes lately because again my skin has been so dry. Alright, so for concealer I'm going to use the Too Faced in the shade Warm Sand. And right on top of that, to brighten it up, I'm going to use the Kevyn Aucoin Essential Skin Enhancer in the shade SX11. This is super thick. You can use this as a foundation, concealer, to contour with, all that good stuff. But it's really full coverage. So you know what? I'm just gonna apply it with my finger. You guys already know this is the Airbrush by Charlotte Tilbury in the shade number 2 medium, and I'm gonna use a MAC. I'm gonna leave it in the description box because it's scratched off. So I'm not gonna cream contour, just gonna go straight in with bronzer. I'm gonna mix the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in the shade Dark with the Fenty Beauty Beijing Gal bronzer. Why am I mixing? For no reason. I like to mix. And I'm gonna use my 140 brush from MAC. Alright, real quick, some more Fix Plus. For blush, I'm gonna use one of my faves. This is MAC's Lovejoy, and I'm just gonna use a MAC 137. Alrighty, you guys, so quickly I finished this. I'm just gonna grab the palette one more time, and all I did was I grabbed another shade. So this one right here, this is Gingerbread Glam, and I mixed it with Extra Spicy, and then I went in with the Cookie Call using the MAC 239 brush. Gonna go in with the Barbarella Brown by Charlotte Tilbury. Alright, so real quick, I'm just gonna grab the FARSALI Rose Gold Skin Mist. And to highlight, I'm gonna use the Natasha Denona. This is the Bronze and Glow palette in the shade Tan. I'm just gonna grab this shade right here at the bottom with a MAC 168. So for my inner corner, I'm gonna use this shade right here on top. This is called Cookie Cutter. I'm gonna grab the Too Faced liquid lipstick in the shade Naughty by Nature. In the center, I'm gonna apply the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Hepburn Honey. I'm gonna keep it real, I don't know if I'm feeling this lip. What do you guys think? I'm gonna leave it, whatever. I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. And yes, I'm aware that I overdrew my lips. I'm gonna spritz a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter. I'm gonna go put some earrings on and I will be right back. Alrighty, my love, so this is the final look and I feel a little weird because I haven't done a look like this in so long. I'm always into the very natural type of look, so I like it, but I'm just a little like, eh. So let's talk about the palette, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I've been wanting to get a Too Faced palette for the longest time. This is my first one. I've never tried any of their other palettes. However, I've always wanted to, but I don't know. I feel like every time I go to the store, like Sephora or Ulta, I kind of fall back just because everything looks so gorgeous online, and then when I see the actual palette in person, because everyone's been swatching it, it takes away from the beauty of it because everything's so messy and like mixed in together. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll pass. And I'm not really a fan of all of their palettes. Like for example, the peach palette, I had high expectations because I love peach and corally, like orangey type of tones, especially for shadows. And there was nothing peachy about that palette except for like one shade. So I didn't feel like I needed the palette, and there's a couple others that I was just not really like crazy about, like the chocolate one. Like I could care less until the one from last year came out, which is the regular Gingerbread. I thought that one was gorgeous, but I skipped because I found it a little bit similar to the Modern Renaissance from ANASTASIA Beverly Hills. There was a couple of shades that were different, but I was just like, you already have something like that. So I was like, it's okay. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, first of all, it smells so good, like vanilla. It doesn't even smell like gingerbread because it doesn't have that cinnamon, like, how you say it, cinnamon? That cinnamony, I'm done. That cinnamon type of scent to it. It just smells so yummy though. So I'm super excited. And to be honest, the reason why I felt like I needed to have this was, first of all, this shade right here, this one here, like those type of tones, that's what I'm into. So let's talk about the actual performance of the shadows. Starting with the mattes, I used a total of 5 matte shadows, and all of them performed amazing. They're very pigmented, which I was very surprised because I thought Too Faced shadows were not like that amazing. But I'm very impressed with the intensity and the pigmentation of the matte shades. They were not dusty. I barely got any like fallout or any kickback. They were not like super powdery. They actually remind me a lot of the Anastasia shadows, like from the Modern Renaissance palette, like that formula, that creamy formula. Absolutely love it. If we go into the shimmers, I only used 4 shimmers. Sorry, I used about 4 shimmers. for example, let me show you guys this shade, like Spicy Mommy, and then this one right here. They have a little bit of glitter in there, so I found that they work a lot better either with your finger, or if you spritz your brush with some Fix Plus, or just wet your brush, you're gonna get a better application. But like this one, Half Baked, it's a lot smoother because it doesn't have, you see how creamy that is? Like, let me just swatch it right there. It doesn't look chunky. It doesn't give you that glittery look. And then let me swatch the Candy Queen right next to it right here. This one's a little bit more glittery. You don't feel the particles, but it's just, you're gonna get fallout with this if you don't like spritz your brush, is what I'm trying to say. The shimmers, I'm not like, oh my gosh, like this is the best formula in the world. No, absolutely not. I've used better metallic shimmery shades, but overall the palette, in my opinion, is gorgeous. Of course, I didn't use all of these shades. I'm very intrigued by this navy blue. Maybe one day I'll do a look with this one. Even like this like pinky tone right here, I love. So I'm still going to play with this palette, but just on the first use, first try, I am obsessed. I know most of you are like, this palette is so basic, I've seen this before, it looks boring. I understand, but keep in mind that this is my first Too Faced palette, so for me this is exciting. All of the shades are stunning. I do prefer the mattes over the shimmers in terms of the performance and the application. I'm more of a matte shadow type of girl anyway. But I think the overall look of this palette is just so pleasing and it's so yummy. I love it. I love it. I love it. My battery's about to die, so that is pretty much it, you guys. I hope that you really enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments as usual. Check the description box for all of the products that I use in today's video. Follow me on other social medias. I'll leave them right up here. And yeah, you guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, beauties.